Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Texas Tim Root here. Today I want to show you a little bit about the SamplePad 4. We're going to go over a few basics. It's really a simple instrument, it's easy to use, but let's dig in and show you a couple things. Well, as you know, it has 4 pads on top, and everything you want to know is right here in this screen. So if you just look here and use these 4 arrow buttons, you've got the whole thing down. So the arrow buttons, the up and down arrow buttons move you to each field. Like right now you're in the kit field. The left and right arrows decrease or increase the value of whatever field you're in. Okay, so as I hit the pads, it automatically changes to the pad that I'm triggering. If I want to change kits, again, I just up and down. There's 10 kits on board. If you have an SD card in there, you got a lot more. All right, so we're going to take kit 4 and we're going to show you some of the things you can do with it. So kit 4, if I want to go to the next field over, I'm going to go use the down arrow, and now I'm in it says LOC, which means location. That's telling you what pads are triggering what location, the internal location or the card location. Like if you notice on this one, pad 4, it says location card. So what that means is now I'm triggering a sound or a sample off the card. Once you're triggering the card location, you actually have 2 layers, a layer A and a layer B, which you'll see right down there. Okay, so let's take this sound and we'll go over, and if we wanted to change to layer B, I go down to the layer and now I'm in layer B. So you can tell I have a vocal sound on layer B, and I've got a China on layer A. So if I hit it, and I've got the velocity level set, so the vocal sound only comes in when I hit it hard. Okay, so that's kind of an extreme example, but you know, there's some interesting things you can do with that feature. So if I wanted to change the actual sound on the pad, I go down here to waveform and just cycle through up and down and pick your sound. One thing you got to remember about the SamplePad 4 is that you got to save your edits, which is really easy. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. Say I edited something, I want to do it. All you do is you push these 2 buttons together. It says save here, right? And then it says save kit. All right, so you go to the right, and then it says, do you want to save? Yes, I do. Hit the right arrow, save, success. It's done. Go exit, I'm back. So I've saved my settings. Because if you turn it off and you don't save it, it goes back the way it was. Okay, so you got to remember that. Make sure you save your settings. Okay, so with each pad, say I want to, go see what I can do with the cowbell, I can tune it. So if I want to do it lower, right? Tune it up or down. I can add reverb to it, dry, wet, as much as I want. I can pan it to the left or to the right, very easy to do. Keep it in the center. And then I have a level for each pad, okay? That's your volume. So depending how you want it to mix in your pad setup, you just change the volume. MIDI note numbers, that's if you want to use your USB or your MIDI ins and outs to go to your computer and trigger virtual instruments or record into your digital audio workstation. You can do it that way, set up your MIDI note numbers there. Sensitivity is for the sensitivity of each pad. How sensitive do you want it? You know, it's very easy. Your mode is whether you want single, mono hits. Each time you hit it, it'll start from the beginning of the sample. Polyphonic mode is it'll continue to play multiple samples over, and then like in this one, it's in loop mode. That means if you're playing a loop or you have a loop assigned, it'll keep looping over and over until you stop it. Okay? Mute group is something where you can set 2 different pads to the same mute group, say a hi-hat, open and close, and then it'll cut off. So if I wanted to open here and a closed here, I could hit that, and if they're assigned to the same mute group, it would chop it off. Okay, let's go back to the card, so that way you can see a couple other things that you only get when you're triggering a card sound, which would be your velocity layers. Okay, so the velocity means like on layer A, I could set it to have the whole thing 0 to 127. No matter how hard or soft I hit it, you get the sound. But I could go to level B and say, I just want the very top 126, 127 velocity. That means when I hit it hard, it would trigger in that second layer. So it's pretty easy, very easy to use. Probably don't even need the manual. But go out and get you one. Go check it out. It's really cool, convenient. I love it. And go to Alesis.com, and thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.